Hey, Joe. So I just want to kind of walk through this real quickly so you can see what this report is all about. So SEO in general is about discoverability and how people find you. So let's say that somebody's like, I'm interested in bikepacking in NYC. What ends up happening is that Google sends them the most relevant searches based on the quality of the website, based on the how satisfied other people were with that search result. And so what that does, like, there's a million things that go into it. This is not an overnight thing. This is a long play for sure. But the object of the game is to kind of is to slowly knock out some of these issues so that so you can actually increase your ranking. So here's your organic competitors. These are the people that are beating you in these keywords. And the keywords can range from short tail, which is like one or two words, to long tail, which is like, I'm looking for a bike adventure trip in Croton. That would be an example of a long-term keyword. And the long tail keywords are much more ownable. So like you'd want to rank in the top three for whatever you can get, because if it's below three, the top three, it doesn't really matter. People have to search through multiple pages on Google, and nobody ever does that. So Google will put their own content first, that is sourced from their relevant sites, and then they'll start listing links. It's kind of criminal, but they are owning more than search at this point. They're owning the content as well. So it looks like the biggest competitor is Reddit, and so the people that are getting the answers that they're looking for are finding them on Reddit. So if I were you, I'd start going through the bikepacking forums and saying that this is what we're, like, if people are asking bikepacking questions, answer them on Reddit and then leave a link to your website. And then the people that are looking for that on Reddit will come back to your site to receive the answer that they're looking for. The next one, biggest one is Wikipedia. It's very difficult to get stuff on there. I wouldn't recommend it. The third one is Amazon, of course. Fourth one is YouTube. And then REI is where they're going. So adventure cycling. So these guys are beating you on that. But Instagram is a relatively low referrer at 15, at a score of 15. So as much as Instagram is important, it's not nearly as important as Reddit as it happens with your particular keyword set. So I sent you a technical audit, and it's going to show you that the number one thing that you can do is update the XML sitemap, because only 100 out of 738 of your pages on your site are actually being indexed by Google, which means that all those blog posts that you put out are just probably not being seen by Google, and that's really important. So there's a bunch of stuff here that says that there's 7,000 like important errors. Don't let that number scare you. It's really more about kind of chipping away at the big stuff first and slowly over time, and then your site will increase in ranking, which means you'll get more traffic, which means you'll get more sales. All right. And so I would focus on just New York City, just people that are looking in New York City, New York State, and then kind of slowly expand from there. But it'll happen organically if you play this game. So what you want to do is, like, you want to find out you find out that the keywords that people are looking for, like long tail keywords, like I'm looking for a overnight bike camping trip to Croton, for instance. Now what they're doing right now is they're going to Reddit for that. And then then a little bit later, they're going to REI, and then a little bit later, they're going to YouTube. But you want to write content that is like, that answers that specific question, that scratches that particular itch, and then you'll rank like really highly on that because it is the most relevant answer. So right now we're only getting 100 out of 738. That's not good. And then I'll tell you kind of what to do about that. In part of the report that I sent you is these keywords, these specific keywords. Now these were AI generated, so you may want to kind of swap these out and find out what you can actually rank for, and we'll find that out in a little bit. But you're not in the top 50. If you're not in the top 10, it doesn't really matter, quite honestly. And so like adventure cycling, you're not going to rank for because other people are way beating you at it. But for instance, adventure box, for whatever reason, you are ranked really well. So you're number 4th in positions. So this is an important refer to your website. So people are looking for something, and then they're finding your website through this particular thing. So it's kind of strange how it works, but these are the things that people are actually searching for, finding from your website. So after doing a crawl of your site, like these are the words that the AI said were relevant to your stuff. I would go through all these and redo them, and find out and delete the things that are just not relevant. But you want to do things that are like very, very specific, because chances are nobody's attempted to rank for those particular keyword sets. But bikepacking gear is going to be a good one for you for sure. These are kind of like aspirational keywords that you want to rank for, but you're probably not going to get them for a while. And then as you rank for more other relevant keywords, then you'll start to improve in ranking. And then we start looking at like bounce rate, which is like how long do people stay, and do they leave. But we want them to check out multiple pages while they're there, and that is very, very helpful for your SEO. Okay, so I put in a suggestion based on like to find out longer tail and other keywords that we should be ranking for, and so I put in just bike packing, and then here are 45 other ideas that we can use to make content around. So these are the things that people are probably looking for in very low volume, but nobody's really attacking them to rank for those things. So you'd write a blog post that says bike packing at the Appalachian Trail, right? Because people are going to be looking for that. Bike packing bags from REI. It's that's a competitor research play. But if you write content around these things, then when people make those specific searches, then your content will start to show up. Okay, so when you go into the content keyword phrase tool, if you put in bike packing, let's put in bike packing NYC, it'll show you some of the content that other people have put up, if any. It looks like none has been put up. And these are if we just bring it back down to bike packing, these are the different content that other people have used that ranks these. So if you want to get dirty, you can actually just put these existing blog posts into a GPT, spin out the content in your voice, and then post it as a blog post, and then you'll start competing with these people. And this is how everybody does it. But there are software tools. I think you can find stuff on AppSumo that will spin out hundreds of these blog posts and articles for the exclusive purpose of gaming the algorithm. I think that what you're doing organically is really good, but these are the questions that people are asking. And so if you are the one answering these questions, then that is a way to drive organic traffic to your site. So I set up a task list for you. It's like a Kanban style. Again, hold on a second. So if you go into tasks right here, and if you go into 718C SEO to do, then it'll show you the most important things that you can do to improve your ranking almost immediately. And so like an example of this is like I would go into Shopify and find out where the sitemap XML is. And there is a help article on that for Shopify that will explain to you exactly what to do. But you want to make sure that your site is being indexed. Actually, hold on a second. Let's just look in order of importance only. So check the list of pages included in the sitemap. So right now, the first thing that I would do is that I would update the indexing on the site to make sure that all your pages are being indexed, because again, it's only 100 out of 738. The main takeaway from this video is that like the object of the game is to answer questions that people are already asking. And if you answer those questions that people are already asking, that is the quickest, surest path to getting SEO, to getting a boost in your SEO. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye.